Vinny.
Augustus?
What would your Warhammer name be? So it wouldn't just be like Vincenzo. It would have to be like Roman.
I call it like, I usually do like Vinicus.
Vinicus or Vincius. Yeah.
Ventus.
Ventus. I like Ventus. This is Talisman, the Horus Heresy.
Mm-hmm.
Talisman is a board game that's been around for a long time. The Horus Heresy is a Warhammer 40k event that is pretty
long event.
Yeah, it's ongoing.
It's kind of, I would call it Warhammer 40k, but I'm not that deep into Warhammer 40k, so this is, I would say the Horus Heresy is my door into 40k, so it's what I know the most about.
Right. So this is
this all looks like you just finished the demo.
And
this is the screen you get at the end.
You're not. I totally get that.
Hey, enjoy this. Check out these other proproperties. Come back
on. So yeah, I was just flipping through to show off, like, oh look, it's all your favorite people here, like Robot Gillion. Corvus Corax, that's like a name I actually recognize. Like Vulcan. These are all the great characters from the Warhammer 40k, like central conflict of Marines versus Space Marines versus Chaos Marines.
Are these like heroes?
These are like these are heroes from Chaos. The other ones are the heroes from
So this is taking place during the Horus Heresy, which is this epic, huge. It's the fall of the Emperor.
Exactly. There's a space Emperor. He's Space Jesus. Space Jesus.
I mean,
I think literally Space Jesus.
I think it's Jesus gone to space.
Went to space.
Well, he's still on Earth mostly. Well, he from what I understand, he toured.
Yes.
And then he went back home and was like, "You guys go. You 12? It's like basically 12.
Yeah, it's like you 12.
12 clones or twins or whatever they call them. Oh, what is the name of them? What is the name of them?
I forget the name.
Oh no!
It's right on the tip of my tongue.
Atarax or something, whatever.
Yeah.
You guys go. They each make their legions. Horus is one of those people. They get infected with chaos.
Yep.
Unfortunately, Horus gets infected.
All
through the worst possible, like romantic comedy, like misunderstanding way. Of like,
it's actually infuriating.
It's infuriating to read.
I'm gonna put you in here too. Do you want to be a hero or a villain?
I want to. Well, would we be on the same side?
We could be on the same side. We could be on the other side. It's up to you.
Let's be on the other side for now, then, I guess.
Would be opposite team?
Yeah.
All right. Who do you want to play as?
I really don't like chaos.
Yeah, well, you picked the wrong side, didn't you?
Let's be the guy with the mohawk. To the right, to the right, to the right.
This guy?
Yes.
I don't have him yet. He's
sorry.
Deals.
Okay, let's be the other guy with the helmet on, because I don't like their chaos faces.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, this guy's all right. Okay, and I will be, I've been playing as Robot here, but let's mix it up. Actually, let's not. I know how to play as him. I'm going to keep playing as him. Okay, but I will mix these up. Other people put that on random.
No, that's all right.
That on random. All right, so Talisman has a history kind of as being a sort of, how do I put this? It's like, I don't want to say it plays itself necessarily, but it's a board game that is very much about like getting some friends together and having a day.
Okay.
And just like, let's just roll some dice and look at some cards and just see what happens.
Does it have its own set of dice?
No, not by default.
Okay.
I don't think. I've only ever played digital versions of it. I played the digital version of Talisman, now I'm playing
Are we rolling
this.
anything other than D6s?
No, it's all D6s, man. Just like Warhammer's supposed to be. D6s for days. So this game is weird. The long and short of this game, we're not going to play through a whole thing of this game, is, let me just kind of give you the grand scope here.
So this is, and you're basically describing Talisman.
This is Talisman.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit different.
Regardless of the branding,
there's a little bit different, but I'll address this. So in Talisman, the goal is to get here, the center tile. In this case, that's the final battle. It's the Vengeful Spirit is the name of the ship, where the Space Emperor, Space Jesus, is fighting Horus.
And this is where it happens. This is where the Emperor has to feed off of the souls of a million psychics.
Yep.
Psychers? I forget what they call them.
To do everything, yes. Yeah. Okay, so to do that, you need to be like ready to have that fight, which is going to be a tough fight. And you also need, in all Talisman games, you need to get a talisman by completing a quest.
Okay.
You'll get a quest somewhere on this board, and when you complete it, that quest could be like, go kill 3 things, and you go kill 3 things.
And
like,
you got
a talisman. That's a key to get inside.
And these pieces of the board where it looks like you can jump to an inner ring, are they randomized each time?
No, it's always the same, and it's always the same because In some cases, there's a cost or like a difficult thing you have to do to get through to the inner ring.
Okay.
It's sort of like shoots and ladders with stats in the sense that I think so much of it is determined by random dice. That again, you just have to have fun with what's happening basically. So I rolled a 3. That means I can either go here, or I can go here.
Okay. So right now, are you aiming to get to that square that'll move you forward into an inner ring?
No, at this point it's just like I need to get better at stuff.
Okay.
Every character has a bunch of stats. So let's look at you here over here, Praetor. Yeah. You have a 4 health right now, 4 resolve. That's that top one.
Yeah.
You have a 2 fate, which is a point that I think it's a resource. You can spend fate.
This character came with this stuff.
All of it came with it. Yeah, exactly. You have 1 resource, which is money. All right, then the real good stuff. You have 3 close combat.
Okay.
2 ranged combat. And then 1 strategy skill.
And these will, when I go up against somebody, those
are what get rolled. Okay. Exactly. So let me just go here and let's see here. You can see what's going to be there. You can see like, okay, this is going to be a world where I'm a loyalist. So that means I'm going to have a melee there every time. But if I do well, if I win, I'll get either HP or I'll get something else. What's the other thing I can get here? I can get like other stat ups here.
Oh, permanent.
Permanent.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a game about getting big permanent stat upgrades, which is kind of cool. Or I could go to the armory where if I had a bunch of money, I guess I have a little bit of money, I have 1 resource, I could go buy like some Mark II armor.
And what would that get you? I mean, I'm assuming...
that would get me, it prevents the loss of resolve if a 6 is rolled after a defeat. You get a chance to not get hurt.
Okay.
Which is like, it's okay. I'm going to go this way and try to get a cool stat bonus. See, I'm playing the Ultramarines faction. It's a pretty popular Warhammer thing.
Yeah, they have a lot of books.
Fighting these dudes. Close combat 3 versus close combat 4. You roll a die. That's the fighting. Oh, I only rolled a 1, so my total's only a 4. He rolled a 6. I'm not even. So I could burn a fate here to re-roll, but I literally couldn't win. So I'm going to take the loss. Because if I rolled a 6, I would still only have a 9.
Yeah.
Right? Close combat 3 plus 6. Yeah. Kind of shitty. So whatever. I'm going to take some damage here.
And the spread doesn't matter, right?
No, the spread doesn't matter at all. I lost resolve, I got hurt. All right, it's your turn, Vinny. I'm going to hand this mouse over to you.
Thanks for handing the mouse over to me. Do you always need 4 people, or it's just more interesting?
No, you can turn off. You can go 2 on 2, but it's more interesting. Sort of. It's sort of more interesting. It's not that much more interesting, I guess.
How come I started here?
That's random. Your placement is random.
Well, I can just jump onto this and just make it to the next.
Oh no, that's actually not the one that goes forward. The one you could try to go forward now. Do you see
this is the one that goes
forward. But the ones that are blinking, you could try to cut through the middle right now.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, you see the ones to the left and right of that are actually blinky, which means you could try to get through.
Yeah, I see. So with this, I'll skip over this and I'll go right here.
No, you'll have to do the thing. So if you click on the one that has the arrow on it, and then click the little info button in the bottom right. P.S. I was playing this with a Steam controller at home, and there are shortcuts for all of that that actually work pretty well. So it's a lot. To get through, you would need to battle through the warp, and that means you roll a die and you make a. It says it right there. Add the result to your close combat or range combat. You need to get over a 6.
I can do that.
Sorry, not over a 6. Over a 9.
Oh,
that's a little harder. I wouldn't do that right now.
That seems really
what's
tough. My close combat? It's 3, so I'd have to roll a 6.
You'd have to roll a 6. And then you'd get in there and you'd be out low. It's like, this is like The Witcher, right?
Yes.
Where it's like, don't go there, there are level 30 bears there.
Okay.
Stay on the outside ring to begin with. Exactly.
All right, let's go. Let's see. This one is...
access to data slates. Go do that, and then I can explain what the fuck a data slate is.
Incoming multiple encounters. So travel here.
Yeah. So a data slate is a card. In regular Talisman, it would just say draw 2 cards.
Okay.
So it says investigate sector.
This?
Yep.
It's just making me click on this one thing.
Oh no, just where it says investigate sector. Yeah. All right. So hey, you got 2 things. One thing is an event, and one thing is a unit.
On your next turn, instead of your normal move, you may pay 1 resource and cross the warp to a sector directly opposite you. Oh wow.
It's kind of useful. That's like a useful little thing. So you hit encounter to make that thing happen. And then the second thing is because...
I get both of these. I don't have to pick.
You don't have to pick. Both of these have to happen. And that's actually part of the game, is like sometimes you'd rather go to a place where you know what the shit is, so that you, like, what data slabs you're going to hit, whatever they're called. Not data slabs, data slates. Data slates. Yeah. Because you're not going... It's almost like press your luck. Where it's like, oh, do I want to go to a place so I can press my luck?
No
and maybe,
whammies.
No whammies? Oh no, I drew a Titan that's going to step on me.
Okay.
So hit encounter.
And we're going to do something?
Yeah, we're gonna do something. So that's that. You hit encounter just to like confirm that you saw that warp gate was a thing.
Yeah.
And then you get into this fight.
This is me.
That's
this
you.
Is this
that's
person.
them.
And he's got the +2 close
No,
combat.
it's the red text is yours. Oh, can you see that? That's red text.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I can see this in this blue.
Yeah,
So
okay.
it rolls 2 dice to attack and uses the highest. Oh, so I have advantage.
No, I think he has advantage on you. It rolls 2 dice and uses the highest.
I don't like that at all.
Let's see, maybe you got a good luck.
I do have one modifier?
Yeah, I don't know what that modifier. That might be from a personal skill that I don't know what your
Okay.
stupid class does.
No,
So each character has. Oh, I beat you by 1. You could re-roll, but that's unlikely. You already got a 4. So you could re-roll to get a 5 or a 6. Oh, look at that!
Yeah, that's what chaos does.
That is what chaos does.
That's what chaos
I'm gonna
did.
Continue.
Okay. So
So
I won.
from that, you equaled out. Okay.
No reward is gained,
No
and the
reward.
current warlord's turn. I'm a warlord.
You're a warlord.
Stand off with an enemy unit allows the unit to stay.
You,
in the
Vinny,
sector.
are a warlord, but also
Yes.
Vinctus, your Warhammer character, is
okay.
also one. Yeah, so I guess you're just going to stay there.
And then that person, somebody else who lands on there, will also encounter that person?
Yes, totally. One second. I want to make sure that these are set to 10.
We don't want to watch them do that.
We don't really want to watch them do their thing. There we go. Go back. I got like 20 minutes into a game last night, and I was like, I can't. This is going so slow. They advise like, hey, this is a multiplayer game. That's what this is.
Whoa. Okay, so that's the speed
I will
thing?
say, yeah. At any time though, I can just go like I'll wait until something's happening, but I could be like, stop, whoa, what just happened?
Yeah.
Let me read the log. Like, what is happening on this Cathedral of the Mark? Okay, if I'm curious, but for us, let's just keep it rolling. They're gonna go off and do their own fun things.
Now
I
it's
know it's
back
back
to
to
you.
me. So I have a couple special things going on. My ability is that I start with a random stratagem, which is like a random action card that I can play. The other thing I can do is I can hold 2 weapons at the same time because I'm a
useful.
rad space marine. And while we're at it, let's just look at you really quick. Okay, you just
stratagem to that was my plus.
that was your +1. So whatever your strategy is, you get to add that. The thing that's cool is whenever you get into a fight, or I think you use a stratagem, or maybe it's only when stratagem is checked, your stats go up eventually. So do you see these little skulls next to your? As you get into fights, your skulls will fill up. They'll like light up basically, and
Yeah.
as you fill them out, that means your stat will go up, will increase.
Oh,
so that's one way that you can increase your strength and other stuff, right? But I'm going to use this right away because I want more than 3 HP. Let's just use that now.
So you got hit. You lost the battle. Your
Yes.
HP go down.
Yes, it did. It went from 4 to 3. Now it's back up to 5. You can.
Great.
It caps at 10. So
Make your way around this board.
let's keep on walking. It's a data slab. Let's access 2. Let's do it.
Does this have online multiplayer?
It does. I think it does.
Seems like it should.
I'm pretty sure it does. This is just going to get me a resource, and this is going to be a fight. That's a totally okay fight. Oh, right. I have one other really good ability, which is replace a data slate once per turn.
Oh,
I can
just
be
random
like,
draw?
I was like, yeah, I don't like this. So you have to take whatever the second thing is that you get, which has totally screwed me before.
Jeez.
But, geez, I'm
Reroll. You can do this.
I only have, I mean,
faith in you.
No. You shouldn't have faith in me.
I have faith. Well, I don't. Chaos has no faith.
I lost.
Yeah, that's right. Chaos wins again.
Oh, you have a good, that's, okay. Chaos, thanks, Chaos. It's
You
your
lost
turn,
yours
Chaos.
off. Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So I actually think the class that you're playing is like the competitive class. That's like everybody has that class has that same ability. There's like a version of it on the good guy side too, where it's just like just be a regular, just a grunt basically.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to a contested sector that will 2 more encounters.
2 more data slates.
Oh, 2 data slates. Those are fun.
Yeah.
Or
2 data slates.
Well, we're making our way around this way.
Okay, that's what you've decided. That's the direction you want to go.
That's the one.
Don't
what if
reroll.
can I counter you?
Yeah, if you land on my slot, we could fight. And if you beat me, you would just take something from me or hurt me.
Okay, well, you're going that way. I'm going to meet you.
Okay.
Go here and let's fight.
So I've played, like I said, I played Talisman before, and it's really weird because I feel like, despite the fact that I have generally positive feelings about the Warhammer 40k universe, all said, let's just see what this does. Oh shit. Everybody's
that's
going
this
there.
guy?
No, all Loyalist and Traitor Legion support units. Oh,
Wait,
so
what's a support unit?
those are the remember the thing you just fought? That was a support unit. If I had been there instead of you, I could have recruited that guy to join me.
Oh.
So that means everybody's moving there.
Okay.
And this says,
Well, let's look at any traitor legions landing in this sector.
Oh, good.
Destroy this monument to the false emperor.
that's bad for me. Because if
is
I had landed there,
yeah.
I would have gotten a bunch of fate points, which are useful.
So that's the end of my
You just
turn.
knocked down my temple. Cool. Thanks. So the thing is, like, regular Talisman is just like in stock generic fantasy world.
Okay.
Which is like, oh, I shouldn't like that as much because it's just like kind of tropey. It's just like, oh yeah, it's a wizard and a troll.
Sure.
But somehow it's more flavorful than I think this is.
Than this Warhammer
Yeah,
stuff?
like I think part of it is like the sort of stories that can be told in a fantasy world versus the sort of stories that tend to be told in Warhammer 40k. Like in Warhammer 40k, this is like a world about kind of being like hyper nationalistic and like just kicking down the door and killing people. And so all of the data slates I've encountered basically have been about that. I'll head towards you too. It's like, okay, like what are we burning today? Like what?
You know, the novels I've read are always, I should say, are never that, and it might just be the novels I've read,
You've chosen
or the ones that are just because the character's always the one who's torn, right? It's always the protagonist, like the Eisenhorns, and
Right.
they're like, oh, like I know what the emperor want, or the
Right.
will of the emperor is,
Right.
But I've got to look at the gray area here and maybe not do
and
the
be
right.
the one. Right,
Oh, but
totally,
if they find
totally.
out that it's my head on a pike,
Yes. And you're right, like those stories get told, and then I guess what I really mean is like the games that come around in that universe are always that, and the fandom.
if you're
tends to be
role
the-
playing within the,
Yeah.
you're pretty bad
I
at
used to
on
yeah.
both sides. There's
I
not-
used to hear the people who used to work in the tabletop store I worked in talk about their tabletop. It's you. Their
So do I have to
tabletop.
roll exactly to land
Yeah,
on you?
if you land on me,
Let's
yeah.
do it. Let's roll a 2.
That's a
There we
4.
go.
Yeah, you like walk past me and then
I'm gonna go.
you can go back and fight that unit that you left behind.
Let's do it. We're going in.
Okay, go for it. All right, so you have to use close combat or ranged combat to do
Well,
this.
Definitely close combat.
Yeah, your range is kind of bad.
But I get that +1 modifier, so
You
I
do.
should have 4,
I think you
right?
do. I think you do.
So
yeah.
I can make this.
Yeah, you could make it. Roll that dice. Put it all. Believe in the heart of the dice.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That'll do it, right?
Continue. Yeah. Oh no, that
Wait,
didn't do
no,
it.
wait, what happened?
I think you didn't. It didn't add up.
I thought I had a 4. I thought I'd get a 9 or better.
Apparently not. Apparently, maybe your
I don't
strategy did
understand.
not. Maybe your
Okay.
strategy only adds in combat.
Whatever.
You did not make it, Vinny.
So what you're saying,
Yeah,
guys, in the store?
during melee, not just in general.
Oh.
Like their campaign was just always just like, oh, like we're working for an inquisitor, and like we're just like going to a place to see if there's any
root out
chaos here.
chaos.
And like turns out yes. Like
Yeah. It's a little bit, and again, I have very surface level Warhammer
Yes.
40k stuff. I'm mostly stuck in the Horus Heresy and the Eisenhorn books, but a little bit of the, especially if you go into like the Inquisitor stuff. What the heck are they called in Witcher 3? The flame,
Eternal flame.
a little
Yeah.
eternal flame,
A little bit.
like you're a witch,
Right.
Like no, I'm not. I just practice. I'm a bit of a psychic. Is that bad? Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty bad actually.
We're actually
it's
gonna
not
have
good.
to destroy this whole planet, like the whole thing, and that's not good. And then in the beginning of the Horus Heresy, if I remember correctly, they're basically it's a campaign for conforming people back to the will of the Emperor.
Yes.
It's like humanity's been scattered throughout the universe, and people have forgotten.
That is exactly right.
And it's like we've got to get everybody to compliance campaigns.
Right. I mean, and that ends up being the thing that happens over and over throughout that universe. It's you. All right, like here's the will of the Emperor. Here is this like almost absent God who is just like
It is post Horus Heresy. It is-
yeah.
After things go real bad.
It's rough. And so that's the thing with this game is that like mostly what you're doing is getting new equipment and killing people. Whereas at least in regular Talisman, it's like, oh, the Witch of the Woods does some spell, and now you're a frog, and that sucks. Like, get 12 rounds in a row of not being able to do anything, and like that's still not super. It's still not a super interactive game, but it's still kind of a fun game. I'm it's okay to. This is all right, but it isn't. But I'm not loving it.
This isn't gonna go well.
This is not going to go well. You have 3. There's a chance.
Am I fighting a ship?
Yeah.
Wait,
you're
why
fighting warp entities.
Why aren't we on the same side?
It's chaos, man. Not all chaos likes all other chaos.
I'm with
Oh, you got a
guys.
5. That's pretty good. Yeah, you got it. You won. Look at those great combat graphics.
Pretty good. All right.
You did it.
What did I get?
I think your range attack gets to go up a little bit. Yeah, you see your...
Oh, yeah, a lot.
Yeah, so if that once you get 2 more, your range skill will go up.
Oh, a whole number.
A whole number.
I see.
There are also other things, like, so in my turn, I found spies, and spies let you just immediately pick any strategy card.
Yeah.
And I got one that was just like, raise your range attack by 1.
I will say, hey, I know people who are listening to this might be way deeper into the Warhammer stuff. I know they are way deeper into the Warhammer.
Oh, sure.
And that's a big universe.
It's a
and
huge universe
I'm
that
not
has...
trying to say everything I said or even you said.
No,
I was
totally.
saying, or it doesn't encompass it all.
Of course not.
But yeah, it's not unintentional. It is intentionally nationalist. Like
Yes.
that is the like.
No, like it started as almost a parody of the sort of like super grim dark comics that were emerging in England in the 80s. Like it's almost a parody of like the Judge Dredd style, like kick down the door, I'm the guy with the gun.
Yeah.
And then it took a life of its own, and obviously, like you said, like it can't be totally. That's not how everything in that universe is.
Yeah,
There's
like
lots of middle ground there.
And like again, like most of the books I've read in the Warhammer universe are somebody who works for the, let's say, the good guys,
right,
coming into that conflict with like the mandate versus what he should like a
totally
crisis of conscience.
Right, exactly. But I will say that's why it has historically been kind of tough for me to get into like building Warhammer armies and playing the games. Is like,
oh, because it's ridiculously expensive.
Oh, that's the other one. It's like, even though I have a faction that I like a lot, it's like I can't afford what. No, I need a second job. I need to take out a second mortgage to play this game. But like, it's like I can't say like the Space Wolves are my favorite faction or whatever, because there's just not. I need more than just their badasses. I need more than that for.
Maybe it was the White Wolves.
You know, so my 2 favorite factions are like the Tau, who are. Yeah, let's go to the training halls. I don't know what this does. That's good. As long as I don't get a 1, I'll get an increase.
The Taus are like the religious tech people,
They're
aren't
like, nah, they're not really religious. They're kind of statist. They're kind of like space communist mecha pilots.
I thought that was Mars.
No, Mars is religious. Mars is like
they worship the machine
they worship
god.
the machine god.
But they're also
That's
super
what's actually
tech,
interesting.
though, right?
Yeah, super tech. Like it's the machine god.
Right.
And they're imperial, so they're like they worship the machine god, and they kind of flirt with some dark shit. But like,
but hey, when you need a Titan, or Titan is that
Titan,
when
yeah.
you need a Titan, who are you gonna call? You gotta call Mars.
Gotta call Mars. Or like I really like the Imperial Guard because that's just like that's even maybe even more nationalistic in that like they just look.
They're the grunts.
But they're the grunts, and I like
they're
that.
The grunts.
It's just
like, oh, we can send in 500 Imperial Guard or 1 Space Marine.
Right. I want to
send in the Guard.
Yeah, send in the Guard. Who needs them?
And before anybody recommends the Guards, but what is it? Ghosts. There's a whole series of books that's just on the Guard. I haven't read them yet, but everybody always recommend. Every time I talk about my love for the Imperial Guard, they're like, you should read these books.
Yeah.
I have them. All right.
Where are you going?
I was trying to catch up to you, but we're just playing cat and mouse here.
That's how it goes. We got to get into a fight though before we finish.
I feel like somebody could do the chances of that happening.
I know.
Whoa!
Oh no, that's really
Nurgle's
bad.
Riot.
They just rot. You lose all your money, basically. That's all.
Bummer. Pulled a bad card.
Yep.
But I do like the Horus Heresy stuff,
Yeah.
except for the frustrating bit where it's like, oh, this is like one bad game of telephone, and this whole thing could have been avoided.
Yep.
The whole 40,000 years of darkness.
Yes.
Kind of.
It's like one of my least favorite things in fiction. I think just because like growing up, it happened a lot on TV shows I liked, and it was just infuriating. It's just like, just talk to each other.
Right.
You know each other.
The note was on the table.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely like, Horus does love the Emperor kind of thing.
It's on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I'm going to encounter a warlord here. All right.
That's me.
Your range is 3. All right, I'm out gunning you right now. And both. It actually doesn't matter. Actually, it does. I'm going to firefight.
Do it. I've got the power of the warp.
Okay. I'm going to roll my dice. That's a 5. That's pretty good.
Now I get to roll mine?
Yep.
Oh, great. Look at this interactive moment. What do I need to roll? I need to roll
A six would put us in deadlock. You don't have any fate left. Nope. You're ready to get... Oh, I guess you do have... No, I have fate. Don't, Vinny! Vinny's gonna cheat and roll my dice.
I take pity on you, warp monster.
Yeah.
Oh, so now I'm dead.
Well, so either I take your money or I hurt you, but you don't have any money because you just hit Nurgle's rock.
So you're gonna hit me.
So I'm gonna hit you.
Great.
That's it.
What if I lose? What if I lose all my health? Am I out of the
You're
game?
out of the game.
And then
like,
I sit there and I go watch like ESPN or something?
Yeah, like that is why people don't like Talisman. Like that's not it's not a diss against this specific version of the game. Like that has always been.
Do people like? Is there like a house rule like you can come back in as like a low level or something?
Yeah, there are definitely
Start
people
over?
who definitely do things like that. Like go draw another character.
Yeah.
Because eventually the thing that happens in regular Talisman, and we can just kind of wrap this up here. You see what this game is.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to go to the menu and look at the?
Yeah, let's
online
pop out.
multiplayer.
Let's
or
pop
whatever?
out really quick. The thing in Talisman is like, oh, there's like 60 characters to pick from.
Yeah.
Like it starts with like, oh yeah,
like a
warrior,
MOBA.
warrior, knight, or mage, thief. And by the end, it's just like, oh yeah, you're the lady of the lake, and like she has a bunch of weird powers, and like the board interacts in a different way for her. And so it's I really dislike the kind of argument that some games aren't games, they're toys. But I kind of like the notion of like,
never heard of that before.
games have some games have toilet. Like Shoots and Ladders is a game that doesn't have any choice in it.
Yeah.
Shoots and Ladders, you just roll dice and the thing happens. And so there are arguments like, oh, that's not a game, that's a toy. I kind of hate that. What I do like is talking about games that have toy-like qualities.
What's a slot machine?
Right, exactly. Is that a game or a toy? Like that's is it?
It's a life-ruining.
It's a life-ruining device. Yeah.
Addiction. Yeah.
Yes, there is online play here. Let's just. I'm curious if there are. Wait, why am I? No, I don't want to be in Europe. Let's go back.
These are the only people who are playing Warhammer right now.
That's about right. New public game because no one is playing this right now online. That's because that's they'd be in here.
Oh, okay. Are people playing in Europe?
I didn't see any, or Asia, or Japan.
Well, go back to Europe and give it a second.
Okay, you're
if anybody's
convinced
gonna play here,
it's gonna be Europeans.
this is out, right?
It's out.
Been out.
It's been out like a week.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I don't see anybody. So yeah, it's.
How much is it?
It's a good question. You want to check for me real quick?
Yeah, I'll look it up.
It's been a busy morning.
It's not free to play.
It's not free to play. And in fact, that's the thing, is like they're already selling Warlords. Oh. A Warlord pack is $4. So the original thing is...
How many come with them?
This looks like this is...
$25?
Is that what it is normally?
Yeah, $25.
That sounds right. This is 2 new Warlords for $4.
So I guess you can buy Talisman. I'm just looking on here. There's a couple other Talismans on
Talisman is a
Steam.
long-running game. There's what else is there? There's Talisman.
There's Talisman. There's a digital deluxe version. I don't know if
There's
this stuff is
Talisman
all
Prologue,
Talisman.
right?
Yeah.
So Prologue was single player, and then the Talisman, the other Talisman is the one that added multiplayer.
I see.
And it's neat. Like at the very least, I was saying, I think this is it has a toy-like quality in that like it's nice to just like see it go sometimes. It is totally a time killer. It's totally a.
But this is like, hey, you guys want to like? We've got the Super Bowl on or something in the background.
Right.
Let's get some chips.
Beers. Let's get some chips.
We'll roll some dice.
And
we'll talk. I haven't talked to you in a while. Let's just sit and play some Talisman.
Your chaos ruined my ability.
Wait,
to
what
do a
happened?
thing.
I don't care what happened. I don't really care. Yeah. Where are you? Are we almost okay?
Okay, like that's what it is.
Yeah.
And like, for what it is, I think this is a nice skinning of that basic game. And let us talk about Warhammer for 20 minutes.
Yeah, like I think I'm about ready to jump into another Warhammer book. I don't think I ever finished there was the Eisenhorn like trilogy.
Yeah.
And
you
then
didn't finish that off?
No, I did finish that, but
okay,
then there's like his buddy. There was like another spin-off of that. I don't think I ever finished that.
I thought about going back to Eisenhorn. I only read the first book in that and enjoyed it and was human enough for me, if that makes sense, so yeah, maybe I'll go back to that.
Ravenor something is the other spin-off of that. And then again those
it is a deep universe of lore.
There's cool stuff.
Yeah.
Chainswords.
I would like there to be another game that is like in that universe that is like I want like The Witcher in the Warhammer 40K universe.
Sure.
But it's tough because like this is not the way the world works there.
It's not.
Like you're just in fleets and then you land.
It's kind of hard to be an independent.
Yeah. Well, no, there's we could go deeper. There's like totally a Warhammer 40K like mercenary freelancer unit like pirate type stuff. Yeah.
That work. What do they align with?
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, wow.
They align with their pockets.
Oh, no.
Trying to make some money.
Are they ex-Marines?
Some of them.
Oh, wow.
Some are ex-Marines. Some of them are Imperial Guard.
That's
Some
cool.
of them are just randos.
I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. I
Uh,
think the name of that game, someone's going to put it in the comments and yell at me.
for as cool as that universe is, they kind of don't make a lot of great video games.
It's weird because like the last couple of years have been like a ton of Warhammer games on iOS and on PC, and like I don't want to say that
I like 40K. Let me say that off the bat. I'm not a huge fan of fantasy.
Sure,
Warhammer.
we had a good time with that Warhammer.
Yeah, I would have rather have been 40K.
That would have been cool. That stuff's coming. I think there's some other 40K action stuff coming in. We'll see.
That
Anyway,
Space Marine game was pretty cool.
Space Marine's pretty cool. No cover, just chainswords.
That was pretty cool. All right, thanks, Austin.
Thanks, Vinny.